Hi everyone, it's Anne. Welcome to my channel, Head Shift Creations, where I do mixed media portrait art. I had so much fun doing this retro redhead gal. Can't wait to show you how I did it. The video will start now. Enjoy. So starting with a 6x9 sheet of 140-pound watercolor paper, I am giving it a coat of acrylic paint in buttermilk and white, just to kind of tone down the tooth in the watercolor paper for a smoother texture. And then with the mechanical pencil, I'm doing the sketch. So you can see her big hair, right? So it's very wavy, curly, high, like an oversized bob, kind of like an afro. And so basic features, these are the eye sockets, doing the lids, and once I've mapped that out, then I just drop down, kind of eyeball it, do the nostrils, just the nostrils and the lips. So I shade in the upper lip, and then I just do the shadow under the bottom lip, which kind of suggests a lower lip. And here I'm just adding the eyes and the shadows under the upper lid. It's so important. And then doing the pupils, not all the way to the bottom lid, just kind of like halfway. And here I'm kind of just doing like abstract lines for her hair. And this part I'll show you, it kind of went wrong because it's graphite and I'm using wet media here, like a milky cream acrylic, and around her mouth it got smeared. So instead of worrying about it, I just ran with it because I knew that I would leverage that for some kind of shading, and I would just go over it a few times, and then I would go over all of the lines again. So we're working with paint, so you really can't go wrong. So once that was done, I just went in and redefined the lines, and I had instant built-in shading. So it's all good. And I'm still working with the graphite here. I still am going to add marker. So Jane Davenport marker and Tombow markers. And that's going to add the contrast. So right here, I know it's just more of a base. And this is a blending stump. So it's really just compressed rolled paper. And when it hits graphite, like any kind of, like a number 2 pencil or mechanical pencil, the lead, it smears it. It's amazing. I love this tool. It's like a magic wand. So I'm just going over any areas that I wanted to smear the graphite for shading and contouring. So anywhere where there's like under the hair, around the eyes, the nose, the lips, the jawline, is a good place to do the shading for contouring. And now I'm just doing some more clean lines. And this is Jane Davenport's chisel marker. And adding the pupils, and it's like, wow, pow, she's alive. It's just, her eyes just sparkle. And so I'm adding it to the nostrils, anywhere where I wanted to find the lines. And so here, if I had to do it over again, I don't know if I would have used the marker for the hairline, for those hair strands. But you'll see that red in her hair is instant coffee, Folgers instant coffee. And I really love this stuff. It has a really nice rich reddish brown. I think she looks really pretty right here. She goes through a few phases. This is honey brown acrylic paint, but here's the instant coffee, and this is actually phase one because I go over the whole thing again with the cream acrylic, which adds texture, and then I add the coffee again. So you can think of this as the first layer. So once I got that down, I thought her hair was too big, so I started going all around with diluted black. I think she looks so pretty right here. She looks elegant, but that wasn't the look that I was going for. I was going for that retro mod 60s look. Let me know in the comments below if you would like me to do more elegant kind of pieces like this. Like she looks like she's English. She needs some tea. So now what I'm doing is contouring again with the black acrylic, and I went kind of heavy. I wasn't looking to do a grungy piece, but I'm doing the contouring all around her face and the part in her hair, and then dry brushing all around her eyes for more contouring and under her jawline. And here is where I go over the whole her hair with the buttermilk acrylic, and I cut a lot out so that I wouldn't bore you because it's very tedious. But I even, believe it or not, I even like this look. It's a look. So just kind of cleaning it up. It's basically adding a new base. So now this is the second iteration using the instant coffee. And so before, I had kind of like a smooth neutral base. Now I have the cream acrylic, buttermilk acrylic underneath. So it's going to take on a whole different look because there's more texture, and you just see that the cream comes through a little bit, almost like highlights. And so I'm just letting some pool, like a puddle, around her face and leaving some areas untouched. And now the daring part. I went over her eyes. I thought to myself, you are really crazy. Her eyes were beautiful. What are you doing? But I know that once I remove the coffee, her eyes are going to look great. So I wasn't worried about that. And so I just started now going around, removing some of the coffee. And now I'm doing her neck. So I wasn't planning on keeping her neck this color. I want her neck and her face color to match. So this is the coffee again. So I'm just doing some shading. And I'll jump right after this. I'll jump to when it's dry, because I use the heat tool to dry it. So this is it dry. And now I'm adding hair strands. So I started with the Micron pen, but then I switched to the Tombow, dark brown Tombow marker. And so I'm just detailing her eyelids, her pupils, just very thin lines. I didn't want to get too heavy with the marker because then it would just wouldn't look good. So I'm just filling in Anywhere where there was black before, this is dark brown. Her nostrils, the corners of her mouth, and the Folgers, or any brand, I suppose, instant coffee, it dries very shiny. So it's you could see that in the light. But in the end, you'll see the pics out of the light, and she looks completely different. So here I'm doing her hair strands. So what I'm doing here is, this is almost in real time. It's sped up to speed, but then I go real fast in the next frame right here. So it's a lot of little hair strands, wavy. I'm holding the marker close to the end, so it's very loose. And I'm going in different directions, top to bottom, bottom to top. And then back to the micron pen for thinner lines. Back to the Tombow. And now I lightened her neck, and I'm adding some kind of like a turquoise aqua acrylic. And then I'm going to stencil over it with the cream acrylic. And then I added the blue to her eyes, lightening her neck again. And so this I'm going to stencil. Just want to get a few marks for interest. And then just going at the bottom of her neck to kind of suggest a top of some sort. And she is done, and this is how she looks out of the lights. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. If you have any questions about my process or materials, leave a comment below. I would love to hear from you. And if you're new to my channel and you haven't subscribed yet, I hope you will, because I upload regularly. Until the next video, take care. I'll see you soon.